What's going on YouTube? It's Mike here. Today guys, in this video we're going to be taking a look at some more detailed iPhone 6 leaks and rumors. So just about a week ago, there were some new leaks actually released to the public about the upcoming iPhone 6, hopefully this September, from Apple. And I know I've been doing quite a few videos, probably since the beginning of this year, about the iPhone 6. And as we continue to see more mock-ups and rumors and stuff like that, I'll continue to make videos about them to show you guys some of the latest and greatest stuff. So this latest one comes from Mac Rumors. As you can see here, a picture of two different sized iPhone 6s. Obviously, we know the next iPhone number is going to be 6, since we're currently on the 5S. As you can see, there looks to be a sort of regular-sized one and a much bigger one. And it's got an all-new back, kind of flushed. You know, it looks a little bit different. Obviously, it's going to have some sort of different design since it's going to be a number 6. It's not going to be an S model. It's not going to be a small upgrade. It's hopefully going to be a big upgrade. Now, there are 4 major things that are going to hopefully happen with this new iPhone 6. The first thing, of course, is a larger screen. Now, it's been reported that there will be 2 different actual iPhone models that will be available of the iPhone 6, and the screen sizes will be 4.7 inches and a 5.5 inch one as well. The 4.7 inch model is supposed to come out the month it is announced, in September, and then they'll also announce a 5.5 one the same month, but they won't release it until December. Of course, prices will be a little bit different. The 5.5 will be a little bit higher. Maybe it'll have some better specs, we never know, or it could just have a bigger screen, and that's why it'll cost more. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out. There have been a lot of rumors of these actual screens being made, and from trusted plants and stuff like that, so that's why everyone is saying we're going to get 2 different screen sizes. The next big thing is these screens are actually going to be made of sapphire crystal. Now this we can confirm, as Tim Cook has said that they're experiencing a lot right now with the sapphire glass. As we know, in the iPhone 5s's Touch ID home button, it is made of sapphire glass, so we know for a fact that is going to happen, but instead of just being the actual Touch ID home button, it's going to happen in the whole home screen, which is really nice because it'll be a lot more durable, a lot more scratch resistant, and have a lot of other perks as well. So we obviously know that's going to happen, and that's a big ticket item for the iPhone 6. The third one is going to be a faster processor. Hopefully Apple's going to bump it all the way up to A8 this time around. Won't just go A7X. Well, maybe they'll just go straight to A8, which would be really nice to have a nice fast iPhone 6. And of course, the last major thing is going to be iOS 8, which shouldn't be a major upgrade from iOS 7, since the most anticipation of iOS 7 was the design change, and it's completely new, so we couldn't be seeing a lot from iOS 8. I've gone over this already in quite a few videos, so you guys should go check them out on my channel. So first, let's talk about these 2 different screen sizes, the 4.7 inch screen and the 5.5 inch screen. We'll talk about that a little bit more. As you can see here, there's a size comparison chart that has the iPhone 5S, which has a 4-inch screen. That's the current iPhone 5S. You can see we have one of the iPhone 6 models, which goes all the way up to a 4.7 inch screen. You can see the icons are a little bit more spread out, almost like the effect that you'd get on an iPad. Just almost. And you can see that the screen is just about edge to edge, very beautiful and big looking. And then the iPhone 6 is an even bigger phone, almost the size of the iPad mini right next to it, at 5.5 inches of a screen. Now, while this may change the design of the actual phone, this is going to have to make the phone bigger. Now, I don't mean thicker, I mean actually bigger in terms of size in your hand, which I don't know if that's what Apple really wants to resort to. That is what the market wants. However, Apple's always been known to make sleek, slim, thin, and light products, and making this bigger may actually defeat that whole purpose. So it'll be very interesting to see if Apple goes along with what the market wants. They obviously did it from the iPhone 4S to the iPhone 5 in terms of the bigger screen, but I don't know if Apple will actually go as big as 5.5. It's definitely possible that they will go 4.7. Apple does see that demand, and they will meet it. And considering there is new glass being made, why would they just put the same glass into a 4-inch screen? Why wouldn't they actually make it useful and go into newer size screens like a 4.7 inch or a 5.5 inch? And like I said, Apple's expected to release this 4.7 inch iPhone 6 model in September, and then possibly the 5.5 inch later in December. This could happen because they want to create more anticipation for the 5.5 inch so people want to buy it, or they could be experiencing many product shortages since it's new to Apple, they're trying to get the Sapphire glass into it as much as possible, make it a really nice looking device. So it could take some time, or again, it could just be a whole gimmick to get people to buy it. And large screen sizes have been rumored forever, and since the 6 will have to mark some sort of design change, it should not be exactly the same. It is definitely possible to see it happen. It'll really be nice to see this sapphire crystal screen that Apple is supposed to put into the iPhone 6. Like I said, it's going to be more scratch resistant, more durable, and it'll probably make the phone look a lot nicer as well. And again, like I said before, we can confirm that this is going to happen. Tim Cook has confirmed that they are working on Sapphire products in the future, hopefully soon, of course, and it's already in the Touch ID sensor on the iPhone 5S, so obviously you have to expect it. On top of that, there could be some little features here and there in terms of it being flexible or self-healing, maybe more flexible considering it's going to have involvement with the iWatch, which I'll get into a little bit later. Of course, with every new iPhone release, we should expect to see a new updated processor, which should be the A8 Apple chip. I can't believe we're at 8 already. Currently, we have the A7 in the iPhone 5S, so since we're jumping all the way to A6, it's very possible to see the A8 chip. I don't think an A7X will happen. I think they'll save that for maybe the next generation of the iPad, and they'll put the A8 into the iPhone 6. The next thing I want to talk about is iOS 8 in the iPhone 6, which I'm not going to get into a lot of detail since I've already made several videos about it. I'll actually leave a link in the description below so you could check out my latest iOS 8 video. But obviously, in the next iPhone, Apple is going to include iOS 8, which will most likely be announced this year at WWDC 2014 starting June 2nd. So we could expect that to obviously be coming, and we should be looking also for hints in June to see if there's anything that may actually relate to the iPhone 6. So, anything in terms of screen sizes, or if in the beta builds some odd iPhones pop up that we've never seen before, some builds like that, we'll want to look for that too, and then we'll get closer to some more confirmed rumors, of course. Now, with iOS 8, we're going to get things like HealthBook and a lot of health and fitness involvement, which will incorporate with the iWatch that will hopefully be announced at either WWDC 2014 in June or at the September iPhone 6 event, and it'll kind of all come together then. And that's where that flexible sapphire glass comes in that Apple's working on, because they're going to need that to actually make the iWatch that'll go on your wrist. So that's where it's all going to come together. You're going to need that durability, scratch resistance, and it'll go together with the iPhone 6. And it'll also make a reason to actually go out and buy the iWatch, so you can kind of have it paired with your iPhone 6. I think that's what Apple's trying to aim at. I think they're going to wait and actually put the iWatch off until September and not announce it at WWDC so that you have a reason to actually get the iWatch. You're not just getting it to, for now, just go with your iPhone 5S. It just doesn't really make sense. And a lot of people are wondering the actual fate of the iPhone C lineup. As you guys know, last September, Apple introduced the iPhone 5C in 5 different colors: green, yellow, blue, pinkish, red, and white. And as you guys know, they really haven't been doing that very well in terms of sales through Apple, so there's a quite possibility that Apple will actually pull the whole line from the market. As I said before, sales have completely dropped on the iPhone 5C, and Apple sees no reason, I'm sure, to continue. It's just not working out the way they thought it would. So I don't think they're going to be coming out with an iPhone 6C. It would very much surprise me if they do, and it would also very much surprise me how they take on the design. And while I'm talking about design, we'll actually briefly once again look at the potential design of the iPhone 6. As you guys know, design concepts are always coming out for the new iPhones, but we'll look at this one, of course, latest on Mac Rumors. As you can see here, the iPhone 6 with the 2 potential screen models once again at 4.7 inches and 5.5. I do think Apple's going to tinker with this a little, and they're not just going to make it look like this. I do think they're going to keep the two-tone design, but I think they'll tweak it up a little bit. They might make the edges flush like you see here to incorporate with the sapphire glass, so it's not, I don't know. They'll do something to it different. They have to in order to make the design different, because it's a completely new iPhone. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. There you go. Those are like the latest iPhone 6 rumors and some more details on screen sizes, what we could be seeing in September and stuff like that. Of course, as we get closer to September, I'll continue to gather the more confirmed rumors together so you guys could have more of an idea of what the iPhone 6 will look like and actually do for us when it comes in September, and maybe even December for that bigger one. But if you guys like this video, please leave some comments below on your thoughts. Of course, rate, give this video a thumbs up, and click the subscribe button below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.